Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you sense an undercurrent of animosity from others, yet can't quite put your finger on why? It's a perplexing experience that can leave us feeling frustrated, confused, and even a bit hurt. But fear not, because in this video, we're going to embark on a journey of self-discovery and exploration. By delving into the 7 reasons why people might secretly hate you, inspired by the wisdom of Stoicism, we'll equip you with the tools to not only understand these dynamics, but also to handle them with grace and poise. By the end of this video, you'll have a newfound perspective on human behavior and be better able to navigate the complex web of relationships in your life. Before we get started, I hope you can do me a small favor and subscribe to this channel. Reason 1: envy and jealousy. Envy and jealousy are emotions that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most seemingly cordial relationships. At its core, envy stems from the desire for what someone else has. It's that nagging feeling that creeps in when we see others enjoying success, possessions, or relationships that we wish we had. Picture this. You've just been promoted at work, and suddenly you notice a change in the attitude of some of your colleagues. The ones who had been vying for the same position might start to give you the cold shoulder or make snide remarks. It's as if a green-eyed monster has taken hold of them. In social settings, envy can also rear its ugly head. Suppose you have a tight-knit group of friends who are always having a great time together. Someone on the periphery might look at your group with envy, resenting the bond you share. They might start spreading rumors or trying to cause drama to disrupt your happiness. Stoicism offers a powerful perspective on dealing with envy. It teaches us to be indifferent to external things that we cannot control. When we understand that the possessions, achievements, or relationships that others envy are often fleeting and not the true source of happiness, we can better handle the envy directed towards us. For example, that new car you just bought might seem like a great source of pride at first, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just a material object. It won't bring lasting happiness. Envy can manifest in many subtle ways. It might be through backhanded compliments, exclusionary behavior, or passive-aggressive actions. For instance, a friend who is jealous of your newfound success might constantly find faults in your work or undermine your achievements. In the workplace, envy can lead to sabotage. Colleagues might try to downplay your efforts or spread false rumors to make you look bad. To deal with envy and jealousy from others, it's essential to maintain a sense of humility. Acknowledge your achievements, but don't flaunt them. Remember that success is often a combination of hard work and luck, and there's always someone else who might be working just as hard or even harder. Also, try to empathize with those who are envious. They are likely struggling with their own insecurities and desires. By understanding their perspective, you can diffuse the tension and perhaps even help them overcome their envy. Reason 2: misunderstandings and ineffective communication. Misunderstandings are like tiny cracks in a relationship that, if left unaddressed, can widen over time and cause significant damage. Imagine you're at a party and you make a lighthearted joke. However, someone takes it the wrong way and suddenly you find yourself on the receiving end of a cold stare. Before you know it, a misunderstanding has formed, and that person now has a negative perception of you. In the workplace, miscommunication can be even more disastrous. If you fail to clearly communicate your expectations to a team member, they might not deliver as expected, leading to frustration on both sides. This frustration can then be misconstrued as hostility, creating a cycle of misunderstanding and resentment. Effective communication is the key to bridging these gaps. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of clear thinking and rational speech. When we communicate, we should strive to be concise, clear, and respectful. For example, instead of making ambiguous statements that can be misinterpreted, be specific about what you mean. If there is a misunderstanding, address it promptly and calmly. Don't let it fester and grow into a bigger issue. In personal relationships, misunderstandings can occur due to differences in communication styles. Some people are more direct, while others are more indirect. Understanding these differences and adapting our communication style can help prevent misunderstandings. For instance, if you're dealing with someone who is more indirect, pay attention to their body language and tone to understand their true meaning. To avoid misunderstandings, listen actively when others speak. Don't just wait for your turn to talk, but really try to understand their perspective. Repeat back what you've heard to ensure that you've understood correctly. And if you're not sure about something, ask questions. By taking these steps, you can minimize the chances of misunderstandings and build stronger relationships. Reason 3, differences in fundamental values and beliefs. Our values and beliefs are the bedrock of our identity. They shape our decisions, actions, and views of the world. When these clash with those of others, it can create a significant amount of tension and animosity. Consider this scenario. You're a passionate environmentalist, and you meet someone who is completely indifferent to environmental issues. Your efforts to raise awareness and make a difference might be met with skepticism or even hostility from this person. In a diverse society, we are bound to encounter people with different values and beliefs. Politics, religion, and social issues are common areas where differences can arise. For example, a person with conservative political views might clash with someone with liberal views. These differences can lead to heated arguments and strained relationships. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to accept that others have different opinions. We can't force others to share our values and beliefs, but we can respect their right to have different ones. When faced with differences in values and beliefs, try to engage in respectful dialogue. Listen to the other person's perspective without judgment and share your own views calmly. Remember, the goal is not to convert the other person, but to understand where they're coming from. For example, in a political discussion, instead of attacking the other person's views, ask questions to understand their reasoning. This can lead to a more productive conversation and reduce animosity. You might find that despite your differences, you have some common ground, or that you can at least learn from each other's perspectives. By respecting differences in values and beliefs, we can build bridges instead of walls. We can learn to coexist with people who have different views and perhaps even find common ground on other issues. Reason 4, the influence of rumors and gossip. Rumors and gossip are truly like wildfires that can spread with astonishing speed and cause widespread destruction. Just think about how a single spark can ignite a massive inferno in the forest. Similarly, one false rumor has the power to damage your reputation and make people secretly harbor animosity towards you. Imagine this scenario at work. You've been putting in long hours collaborating with colleagues and making significant contributions to a project. Suddenly, someone starts a rumor that you're trying to take credit for someone else's work. Before you know it, people who were once friendly and collaborative start looking at you differently. There are whispers in the hallways, and you can feel the change in the atmosphere. You're left wondering where all this animosity is coming from and how a baseless rumor could have such a profound impact. Or perhaps it's a rumor about being involved in office politics. Maybe you've always tried to stay out of the drama and focus on your work, but now people assume you're playing games and trying to get ahead at the expense of others. This can lead to isolation and a sense of unease at work, making it difficult to perform at your best. In social circles, gossip can be equally damaging. Let's say there's a rumor about your personal life. Maybe it's about a relationship that ended on amicable terms, but the rumor makes it seem like you were the one at fault. People start to view you in a negative light and distance themselves from you. You might find invitations drying up and conversations becoming awkward. Stoicism gives us a practical way to deal with rumors and gossip. Don't let these false things affect you. Focus on your own actions and character. If needed, address rumors head-on. At work, talk to colleagues or supervisors. In social settings, explain to friends. Avoid people who love gossip. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people. Reason 5, personal insecurities and projection. Often, people project their own insecurities onto others. It's a defense mechanism that allows them to feel better about themselves by finding faults in others. If someone is insecure about their own abilities, they might resent someone who they perceive as more confident or successful. For example, a person who is struggling with self-esteem issues might secretly hate someone who is always positive and self-assured. In relationships, personal insecurities can lead to jealousy and mistrust. If you have a partner who is insecure, they might constantly question your actions and motives, creating tension and resentment. Stoicism teaches us to recognize our own insecurities and work on overcoming them. When we are secure in ourselves, we are less likely to project our insecurities onto others. To deal with personal insecurities and projection from others, be empathetic. Try to understand where the other person is coming from and help them if possible. At the same time, don't let their insecurities affect your own self-worth. For example, if a friend is constantly criticizing you out of their own insecurity, have a heart-to-heart conversation with them. Let them know that their criticism is hurtful and that you believe in them. Encourage them to work on their own insecurities instead of projecting them onto you. This can help them gain perspective and work on becoming a more secure person. By understanding and addressing personal insecurities, we can build healthier relationships and create a more positive environment. Reason 6. Lack of empathy and understanding. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. When we lack empathy, we can come across as cold and insensitive, which can make people hate us. Consider a situation where a friend is going through a tough time, and instead of offering support, you brush off their problems. This lack of empathy can damage the relationship and make your friend feel unimportant and alone. In the workplace, a lack of empathy can lead to a toxic environment. Managers who don't understand the challenges faced by their employees can create resentment and low morale. Employees might feel unappreciated and undervalued, leading to a decrease in productivity and job satisfaction. Stoicism teaches us to be kind and compassionate towards others. We should strive to understand the perspectives of those around us and offer help when needed. To develop empathy, put yourself in other people's shoes. Try to imagine how they feel and what they are going through. Listen actively when others speak and show genuine interest in their lives. For example, if a colleague is stressed about a project, offer to help or simply listen to them vent. This small act of empathy can go a long way in building positive relationships. It shows that you care about them as a person and not just as a coworker. By cultivating empathy, we can build stronger connections with others and create a more harmonious environment. Reason 7. Competition or rivalry. Competition can be a healthy and motivating force, but it can also lead to animosity if not handled properly. In sports, rivals might secretly hate each other due to the intense competition. In the workplace, competition for promotions or recognition can create tension and resentment. When competition becomes too intense, it can lead to unethical behavior. People might try to undermine their competitors or engage in office politics to get ahead. This not only damages relationships, but also undermines the integrity of the workplace. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own growth and improvement rather than comparing ourselves to others. We should view competition as an opportunity to challenge ourselves and become better versions of ourselves. To handle competition or rivalry in a healthy way, maintain a sense of sportsmanship. Congratulate your competitors on their achievements and learn from their successes. Don't let the competition consume you and turn you into someone you're not. For example, if you're competing with a colleague for a promotion, focus on doing your best work rather than trying to sabotage them. At the end of the day, your character and integrity are more important than winning. By approaching competition with a healthy mindset, we can build positive relationships and achieve our goals without sacrificing our values. Conclusion: understanding these 7 reasons for potential secret animosity helps build better relationships. Applying Stoicism and being self-aware lets us improve and handle tough situations gracefully. Remember, overcome envy and jealousy with humility and empathy. Avoid misunderstandings via effective communication and listening. Respect differences through open dialogue. Counter rumors with authenticity and positive company. Address insecurities through empathy and reflection. Fix lack of empathy by seeing from others' perspectives. Handle competition healthily by focusing on our growth. As Epictetus said, we can't control others but our responses. Stay calm, rational, and empathetic to handle animosity. Be true to yourself, stay unique, and don't let others' opinions define you. Cherish those who respect and appreciate you. Thank you for joining me today. If you find the video content helpful, welcome to leave a comment, give a thumbs up, share the link, and check out other videos in the channel. Stay with us to be stronger, smarter, and more vibrant together.